Hello my little woolies. In this tutorial we're going to learn how to knit the Bumpy stitch. It's a lovely stitch, reversible and identical on both sides, and it doesn't curl, so it's great for knitting scarves, cowls and blankets. But I was thinking that why not to have an alternative for knitting edges? Normally, when we think about making an edge for a blanket or a scarf, well, it happens to me. I always think of the seed stitch or the Mose stitch or the double Mose stitch and sometimes the garter stitch. This one looks lovely and I think it will also work for the hem and the cuffs of a nice jacket. It's really easy to knit, a great stitch for beginners, so let's get started. Firstly, we need to cast on an odd number of stitches. I'm casting on 11 stitches for this demonstration. Remember, you have the written instructions at my website. There is a link for you below this video on the description box. First row, the repeat is purl 1, knit 1. This is it. Let's do it again. Purl 1, knit 1, and repeat. Purl 1, knit 1. So repeat these two steps until there is only one stitch left. And we will end the row with purl 1, but only on this first row I like to purl or knit the last one through the back loop, so we don't get a huge stitch there. Second row, we start with knitting what we see. When we see the V's, we know we have to knit. When we see the bumps, we know we have to purl. So, knit 1, and now comes the repeat. Purl 1, knit 1. That's it. Purl 1, knit 1. Purl 1, knit 1. And repeat to the end of the row. Purl 1, knit 1. Third row, it's like the first row. And again, we will knit what we see, starting with purl 1, knit 1. That's the repeat. Purl 1, knit 1. Purl 1, knit 1. And repeat until there is only one stitch left. And purl the last one. Fourth and last row. Now we won't knit what we see, just the opposite. So when we see the V's, we will purl. When we see the bumps, we will knit. Starting with purl 1, and now comes the repeat. Knit 1, purl 1. Knit 1, purl 1. And repeat to the end of the row. So these 4 rows create the pattern, and we will repeat them until we reach the desired length. And when finished, bind off in pattern. That means work every stitch as it presents. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and happy knitting!